A coach must consider the type of guidance that they use during training sessions. Evaluate the different types of guidance that could be used by a coach of an under 9 football team. So, as always, for this question, 9 mark question, we want 3 main paragraphs, each which you're going to include a point, explanation, and evaluation. And there's 4 types of guidance. So, what you might do is discuss, pick 3 of them. You could do, which would be okay, or you might pick visual and verbal guidance, and then discuss manual and mechanical guidance in the same paragraph, perhaps. So for our first paragraph here, we're going to discuss visual guidance. So for our point, we can just say visual guidance is when a demo of a skill is shown by the coach or another expert. We then can explain this in a little bit more detail. So visual guidance could be used to show the under nines how to pass the ball accurately or how to hit a shot with power. So I've given some examples here of visual guidance. The coach could do a demo themselves, or they could ask one or more of the 8 more able players in the group to do so. And then for our evaluation, visual guidance would be perfect for the under nines, as due to their young age, they will be relatively inexperienced as footballers. Therefore, visual guidance is essential to their understanding when learning a new skill. So I've picked up on the fact that the questioner said it's an under 9 football team. So therefore, I'm looking at the advantages of visual guidance for these under nines. For our next paragraph, we're going to discuss verbal guidance. So, verbal guidance is when a coach will explain how a skill should look. Once again, I'm going to give some examples for AO2. So, verbal guidance could be used to explain to the under nines how to take a throw in correctly. The coach could talk through each aspect of the throw in. For example, keep your feet on the ground and hold the ball behind your head. So, I'm giving a really specific example there of a throw in. Evaluation, however, verbal guidance would not be advantageous in this scenario, as the young players will likely get confused during explanations or not be able to concentrate for very long. So I'm looking at some of the limitations here of verbal guidance. You might also go down the route here as part of your evaluation point to say that it should only be used alongside visual guidance to support visual guidance. For our final paragraph, we're going to discuss manual guidance. But if you've used mechanical guidance instead, or you've combined the two as part of this paragraph, then that's fine as well. Manual guidance is when a coach physically puts a performer into the correct position to perform a skill. This would be difficult for the coach to use manual guidance for the sport of football, because it's not easy to physically manipulate a player's foot in the right position to kick the ball. So even though you're dealing with under nines with football, it's still hard to use manual guidance. And for our evaluation, manual guidance will be unreliable as it does not enable the players to learn how to perform each skill independently in football. However, it could be beneficial for certain skills, such as putting a player's hands into the correct position before they take a throw in. So we're thinking quite deeply here about the advantages and disadvantages of manual guidance for under nines and for football specifically.